This is crazy wind today, unpredictable. That's what the wind sucks to. Oh, look at that, there's a nice gust. Oh, that's like a 30-degree shift right there. Oh, look at that. Now it's a direct crosswind, 15 knots. Oh, now it's a tailwind. Now it's a crosswind, now it's fluffing, now it's nothing. Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with.
Facing challenging winds to stretch your personal minimums.
So this is definitely going to be a sporting day for the Super Cub. This is what it's about, practicing on challenging days where you're finding your limit and getting as close to it as you can to stretch it.
My previous flight here was all about calm zen. This one was about fighting with the winds.
Oh my god. Alright, let's try to do this with a little more authority, a little more on purpose.
I've been waiting for a day like this to test myself, and it didn't disappoint. The wind was so crazy, I ended up landing in both directions. Now, it was only my 13th hour, so I'm pretty sloppy. I'm more than happy to take feedback from you experienced tailwheel guys, but please go easy on me.
Son of a... I used power to save myself on that one. Yeah, man, that was a pretty good gust at the end there. I'm just gonna get a shot of these trees here. Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. Those trees are really showing some insane wind. Alright, here we go. 1 notch flaps is out. Crosswind is now strong again from the right. Here we go, full power. Full right aileron. Grab it out of here. The guy literally has a lawn chair. Watch me. Oh yeah.
I did a few more on runway 14, and then the wind switched a little bit, so I went to 3-2.
Alright, it's a solid now crosswind from the left. Sort of favoring this runway. Gonna get 1 notch out now, so I'll think about it and stop fighting with the trim, which I have set for full. And I do a 3-pointer and a crosswind. Let's find out. Alright, I'm going to do everything much more intentionally this time. I'm going to fly the crab. I'm going to wait until I'm getting into transition to do the slip. Full flaps. Speed is good. A little bit high, but sink is going to happen. Trees are close. Alright, here we go. Get it there, don't wiggle it. I can see my wiggly roll out. Ah. Stuff it in the back corner, stuff it in the back corner. That is a crosswind, man. I had it sort of tucked in the back corner, but I was feeling pretty tense in my shoulders. That's cool. I did it. It wasn't awesome. It would not have been great on pavement. Yeah, I mean, on a day like this, you kind of gotta drop it on, sort of, but... Okay. Do that again, they're going to do it better. Wow, this wind is crazy today. It's now favoring the other runway. For real?
Some kind of cool happens on this flight shortly. Keep in mind, I don't know anybody at this field. Also, stick around because I got a contest announcement coming up.
I just cannot tell what it's doing. I'll do 1 more here, and if it stays like that, I will switch. I am sweating.
FSKO, it's Flamborough.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if you're hungry, we're just putting some steak on the barbecue.
Yeah, I might just take you up on that. This is hard work. I'm a bit of a newbie and this wind keeps changing on me.
And that right there is an awesome example of the aviation community. It never fails to amaze me. I'm constantly reminded of the camaraderie between pilots. It just doesn't matter what level you're at, everybody seems to be able to relate to each other.
That is awesome. Being invited to a barbecue at the local grass strip. The guys don't even know who I am. That is awesome. Alright, here we go.
So I did 1 more and took them up on the offer because I was ready for a break.
Alright, so let's go notch flaps in. 1. Alright, trim is better now, I think. Totally stable at 70 knots with 1 notch flaps. Alright, so downwind check is complete. I'm loose, speed is good, profile is good.
Some mechanical turbulence. With a really strong wind from the left and with those tall trees creating a little tunnel, what do you think is going to happen in short final if I aim for the threshold?
Full flaps. Power's coming back. Hey, now I'm high. I'm really high. So let's start a slip.
So this is a good lesson. I should have just kept the profile that I had.
So this is going to be interesting. Holy shitballs. That was an interesting gust. Wow.
So now I know why Dennis calls it the washing machine between those trees. If I'd come in a little steeper and landed longer, I could have totally avoided that.
Okay, well, you know, it is what it is. This has absolutely been the most challenging day in Super Cub, but that's what it's about. What are you doing, Windsock? What are you doing?
And on that note, it was time for a break. I didn't want to show up and throw cameras in these guys' faces, so all I did was get this one shot to prove that it happened. And then I put the cameras away and just had a great lunch talking to these guys that I'd never met before, and, you know, just sharing stories about flying. Super awesome. So as challenging as that day was, it was kind of like a 6 or a 7, and I felt ready. So when a 10 came along, I was like, let's do it. There was a flyable window between storms. I got a weather briefing, made sure it was safe, and I went for it. The storms were close enough that I didn't dare leave the airport, and I just planned to do wheel landings on the pavement. I had confident, positive control. I did 8 good ones, scared the crap out of myself on the 9th, and did a 10th one just to get back on the horse.
This was definitely what you call an unstable day. Not a day for passengers. Oh, wow, that was some pretty good cheer right there.
Hi. So I've interrupted this episode because it's not done. It's March break, and right now, hopefully, I'm in Florida doing this. The second half of this one is awesome. I didn't want to rush it. It's where I scare myself flying between storm systems, and it's really gusty, and I get as close as you can get to ground looping without ground looping. So it's worthy of its own episode.
What have I done?
Okay, so I got a few things I want to get through. First of all, there is a contest coming with one of my sponsors. We'll get to that in a minute. I also want to thank everybody on the Patreon campaign. It's been crazy awesome, and that's a huge part of why we're able to do what we're doing. The crowdfunding combined with sponsorships is allowing us to create real TV, really. The budgets we've got are close to what we need. Still not there yet, but we're getting there. I'm proud to be working with 4Flight Pilot Workshops, and my new sponsor is iCloth Avionics. And just to be clear, I do get offers for products that I end up turning down. I will not promote or work with something that I don't like or use. So what iCloth has done actually is they've put together a swag pack. So the swag pack contains 48 iCloth Avionics wipes, a Flight Shops flight suit patch, and a sticker. I'm not going to pitch it because we actually produced a commercial for them, which I'm pretty proud of. It's fun. So I want to thank Peter and Val at iCloth Avionics. They've been a huge help and a lot of fun to work with. And again, check out the commercial. It was a lot of fun, and they were right on board with us being completely silly. So please check it out. It's fun. So we did a limited number of the swag packs. If there's more demand, we'll do more of them. But you can use this code to get the 100 pack, and you'll get 10% off, and 10% will also go to Flight Shops to help us out with our budgets. So the contest, you win one of these. Here's what you do. It's a caption contest, so check out this photo. This is me 15 years ago in Hawaii. Add a caption to it, whatever you want, put it in the comments below, or on Facebook, I will also have this photo posted. And whoever makes me laugh the hardest wins one of these. Flight Shops would not be where it is without help. The Patreon campaign has been huge, and the crowdfunding is a big part of what we're doing. Even with sponsorships, I can't make this happen without the Patreon campaign. The support is awesome. I want to give a shout out to Jim. He was one of the first big supporters, and his company Projects actually sponsored our Cub winterization video. And since then, every video we've done has been sponsored proper. It's really cool. So thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying your March break, and keep your flight chops sharp.
Oh, wow, there was a moment there where I just felt out of control. But I did not lock up my feet, and I think that's what saved me.